Hi. I hope you are well. I am recording a bit of a random video today. I'm in the middle of having like a lot of time out from everything. People, my work, yeah, a bit of just everything. Just because I could feel myself not feeling like myself, and getting really overstimulated by everything around me, people, social media, my phone, and just started to feel quite dark and getting into a place that I didn't like. And yeah, it wasn't good. It's not good. And yeah, I guess I kind of started to feel quite the way I did, quite familiar to how I felt when I had my breakdown. Not in its entirety at all, because I couldn't even get up to do hair, makeup or anything like that back then. So I know that it's not near that type of thing, but just some of the dark thoughts and feelings that I was getting were coming back, and that was quite scary because I haven't felt like that in a long time. And yeah, I just had quite a lot of things that I needed to sort of admit to myself, that I wasn't coping, that I needed a break from social media, some of the responsibilities, because unfortunately you can't stop all your responsibilities because you have to pay your bills. And yeah, you have to, unfortunately can't take a break from everything. I can't. It would be nice, but can't. And yeah, I also had to admit that I'm still in a period of like grief over Omar, who you have heard about in previous videos. So yeah, this video is a bit weird. I know somebody asked me to do a video on my breakdown actually, and I've been meaning to, but it's just been something that I've been putting off because of how I have been feeling, and I was worried that if I talked about it, it would trigger stuff and make me feel really down. Because of where I was. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. So yeah, I have been taking a lot of time out, coming away from social media, my phone, going on lots of walks, meditating, praying, listening to music, which is what I do for self-care, eating good foods, and just thinking and not thinking, thinking about what I want to do next. What would it be? What would be the thing that makes me feel more like myself again? What would be the thing that I want to do next? What is it that needs fulfilling? I think that we are kind of told to run away from our darkness and our dark thoughts and how we feel, but it's so important to go into that and find out why you're feeling like this and how it can be put right. I think there's answers in our darkness. So for me, when I started to feel this way, I knew it was because there was a lack of love that I felt for myself, including the loss of Omar, but the lack of love that I felt for myself. So I look in the mirror and not feel good. Yeah, I found myself on social media, just kind of going on there for no reason. Like, I'd have things to do, but I'd find myself on there just looking and getting lost in everybody else's lives. I don't know if that was some form of escape, but that's not the way forward, because you still have to go back to your own life at some point. Yeah, and also just being a sponge to too many things, my phone, being a slave to it, becoming really overstimulated and getting myself really tired. Yeah, just a lot of stuff. So I had to take time out and address that. And it's been really interesting. lack of the right words in this video, I can see. But first thing is that I've really enjoyed not being on social media so much, or at all actually. I haven't posted anything, and I've really enjoyed not being a slave to my phone. Do you know how long your phone lasts when you are not using it all the time, when you're not constantly on WhatsApp, or you're not constantly on something? And also what's really interesting is in my time out, I kind of felt like, oh, should I go on social media and tell people how I've been having time out and what that's felt like and what I've been doing? Why? Isn't this about me? Isn't this about resolving something in myself? Why am I wanting to go on social media and then going, look at me, look, I'm having time out? Like, what? I think we do that a lot. Like, I'm going to, you know, I do think that it's helpful because it might inspire somebody else to go and do something. However, at this point of time, this was more about the journey that I'm on and what I'm doing. And obviously this video will make it to social media in the end. But the point was, to have a social media break. So to then go on to social media and go, I'm having a break. No, you're not. you're just kind of saying you're having a break, but you're not. And it's that kind of weird thing on social media where you're sort of having to prove that you're doing something, or proving by going on social media that you're doing something by saying that you're doing it. No, if you're doing it, you're doing it. Why do you need to tell people? It's a weird one, that is. So no, I didn't, and that was really, really, it's been really good. Also, the other thing is that I discovered a park in my area. That I've lived in my area for like nearly 10 years and I didn't know this park existed, and I literally just went on a walk and walked until I don't know what I was looking for, but I guess something found me in the end. And I found the most amazing park with the longest like river, and lots of bridges, and there's loads of wildlife and stuff, and it's just beautiful. And I've been going there pretty much almost every day that I can, and I'm finding myself like craving, like, did you hear that? That craving to go there when I can't, because obviously I still have some work to do. I've had to wait in for things like deliveries and stuff, but the minute that like I've got free time, I'm like, trainers on, coat, gone, music in my ears, gone. And it's been so cathartic and lovely, and it's just been nice to discover that. And it's a good workout too, so many good things about it. And just to have those moments in by myself to just think and go through what's going on in my head. And you know, this video isn't to encourage people to isolate themselves, but personally how I work anything out is to go within. I've got friends that I can talk to, and I will if I need to. However, I needed to address those things myself, because I didn't want to hear, oh, it's going to be okay, oh, this happened to me too, and this is what and no, I didn't want that. I wanted to address it myself, because if it comes from me, then then I will truly learn from it. It's my own journey, it's my own feelings. It has to come from me, otherwise it will always be somebody else's explanation of what I'm going through, which is, you know, helpful and stuff, but I just know how I work, and I know that would work for me. So yeah, I don't know if this is making much sense, but I'm trying. And yeah, I also needed to go back to the grief of Omar and realise that you know, I underestimated grief, I think, and I didn't understand it much. Omar died a year ago, and he was like my champion, my you know, I didn't really have to really love myself much, because he loved me a lot. And no matter what, I would go to Omar and he'd be like, you're a fighter, you're great, you're the legend, Tash. You know, he'd say so many good things about me that I didn't need to really feel it myself, because I just had to go to him and I'd feel better. And having that just kind of pulled away has been a massive shock. And what's the word, hindsight. I think I took it for granted, because I always thought that I clearly thought that would always be there, so I didn't really need to address it within myself. You know, even when I started Free Your Mind, he would be around. He was so happy that I'd started Free Your Mind, and he'd go around to everyone and go, look what my little sister's doing, look what she's doing, isn't she this, isn't she great? Like, he always saw the best in me, even when other people didn't, and I always found that a bit odd, but you know, I was grateful. It's like, how can you see so much good in me when I can't see it in me? So that was really powerful. But yeah, I guess, no, without him, I've had to learn to love myself. And even though he's still there, he's not there to talk to or to go to with things and get answers. Yeah, so that's been really difficult. So I've had to learn to do this by myself, you know. And that's why I needed to go and do this by myself, because nobody is Omar. And as much as I have lovely friends and family, this is why I had to do it, because I need to feel it, because if it goes away, I somehow have to get that back again. I can't have it within somebody else. I have to have it within me. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to share that. You know, also, you know, time out has been great to just listen to music and meditate and just get through my own thoughts. You know, I sat and wrote things. I haven't done that in ages. I've avoided writing about my feelings. I don't know why. Maybe it has been too painful to kind of put out there, and I don't mean to social media, but put out there to myself. I've really been trying to delve into the places that I've been avoiding, because that's where the answers are. And you know, if you do that and you are feeling a bit or quite emotional afterwards, quite raw, then do talk to somebody, because it's really important that you don't deal with those things alone. If you feel very like, oh, those things have triggered some things in me that feel quite scary, definitely go and talk to someone. I know where I am at, so the dark thoughts that I'm getting, the feelings that I get, I know I can cope with right now. It's just a thing of getting through it. I know this is just a period of getting through it. This is how I know that I've definitely come a long way since my breakdown, because back then I couldn't have coped with this feeling. This would have overwhelmed me, kind of lack of a better phrasing, take me over the edge. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to deal with this, but because it's a friend I've known before, I am better prepared this time round. And as much as some things have been scary and uncertain, I'm definitely better prepared this time around, and I know that what I'm doing is necessary, and I know what I'm doing is good. So if anything, the point of this video is to tell you that it's really important to take some time out for you. Get away from your triggers, get away from the overstimulation of social media, your phone, life. Things and people always be pulling you, going, this is important, this is important, this is important. But you know what's really important? What's going on up here? What's going on in your heart? That's the most important, because you know what? Without all those things together, there is no you. You're just merely existing. So it's really important that you go into those things that give you joy and peace, you know. And don't worry about social media. Who cares? People don't need to know what you're doing all the time. You don't need to show people that you're doing something to prove that you're doing it. We definitely have a thing of doing that, and I literally don't care anymore. Like, it's been the most peaceful time ever to not feel the need to go on there and go, I'm doing this, you know. Even when I was at the riverside and I could see all this beauty and stuff, I really wanted to pull my phone out and share it all. I thought, no, this is for me. This is my time. This isn't about going, look everybody, I'm at the river, I'm having some peaceful time. Like, are you really? Because you're on social media trying to show us all. No. Yeah, it's really not about that. It's about you, repairing you, going within, visiting that darkness. I really recommend it. It sounds a bit, it might sound like bad advice, but the point is there is always light at the end of it. It's having an aim when you are visiting that darkness. Visit it and think about what you've learned from it. It's not even about forgiving certain things that have come to your darkness. It's about kind of learning to kind of what's the word, move over it. You know, finding resolve in that situation is probably a better word. And yeah, learning what you learned from the situation, learning what you will not tolerate and what you won't have or do again, learning those good things about you. There are good things about you, trust me. Even if you can't see it, it will come. Go around go around nature and see how beautiful it is. Listen to some good music, pour love into yourself. And it's not a instant thing. It will take time. However long it takes, go with it. You know, I am doing this for however long it takes. You know, there's moments of like brightness where I think, oh, I might just go back onto social media now. But if I'm honest, I've really loved not having to go on there and say stuff and justify my existence by putting stuff on there. Like, I just don't need to. It's been really interesting to see that, because I am a social media, what would you call it, addict? Definitely a phone addict. You know, that's not who I am now. I love social media, I love my phone, but I love me more, and I really want to get to a better place in my mind where that is a real absorbed thing that I don't. And this is this is the other thing about social media. I know that we use it to declare things, which is fine. It's good to affirm things, but if you're not really living it and breathing it in your real life, then it doesn't mean anything. I know that a lot of people declare things like, I love myself, I'm this and I'm that, but if you don't feel that way when you come off, then it doesn't mean a thing. If you declare all those things and you don't get likes or comments, do you still feel that way? And that's why it's really important to go get off there and look within and feed all those things that you're saying on social media really into yourself. It's not about putting it out there just because if you're not really feeling it, living it and breathing it. It's about embodying it in real life. Is that your philosophy in real life? If social media was to break down and we could never use it again, how would you feel? Would you still love yourself? Would you still do all these things that you go on the gram and do it for, you know? And that's why, like, in those moments where I thought, oh, I should put this on social media. No, because it's about me and the feeling that I'm getting from it. It's so important. So yeah, I'm gonna start preaching now. But I really, I don't really know what this video is called or I guess the aim is to share the journey of going within, and I hope it helps somebody. I hope it will show how important it is to do these things, and how important it is to get away from social media as a means of escape and a means to pour things into ourselves which we are not doing ourselves, as a means of avoidance. And not just social media, just life, like, you know, the things that we're avoiding, not you know, addressing thoughts and feelings that we might be having, using work as a crutch, you know, all the things that we use as a tool of avoidance. This is what this video is about. It's about addressing those things and treating yourself with kindness and really genuinely loving yourself without having to kind of put it out there and it not being your reality. But yeah, so yeah, that's me, and I will share some more of this journey as it goes, and I will definitely still do a video on my breakdown. It's coming. I just have to kind of really think back and delve into some places to share that, but I will. But yeah, for now, I hope you will enjoy this video and take something from it, and thank you for watching, and I will definitely talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.